I have a love-hate relationship with Season 3. If you get past those mistakes, the underlying story and the underlying feeling of Season 3 is compelling.
Are you out of your scarlet-threaded mind?
Okay, well, we should start off with what I actually said, which was that I had a love-hate relationship with Season 3. There were elements within the show that were very good, and elements within the show that were completely awful. What I am going to do right now is focus on the good, and there is good in Season 3. First, the core story idea. If all you knew about Season 3 was the plot, that there's a lonely, sort of plainish schoolgirl who seems unremarkable, but she's been chosen to be the next Hellgirl, and I is appearing and doing her job by manifesting herself through her, you would watch that. Hellgirl herself is such a compelling character that to see someone else try to fit in within her situation is an interesting idea, and it's an idea we want to see played out. 2. The core story twist is actually pretty awesome. This next bit is a spoiler. Cover your ears or fast forward the video for 20 seconds if you don't want to hear. Yuzuki is actually dead. That's a good twist if you can pull it off. And they actually do. The return of Tsugumi is integrated into the storyline very well, and she does play an important and defined role at various points of the story. And it's good to see her again. And that put a smile on my face.
No, Season 3 was not good at all. First thing, they brought back Tsugumi, which is something they shouldn't do because that adds a timeline throughout the whole series, which Hellgirl really can't have. It can have it from season to season, but it can't have it throughout the whole series. It makes suddenly a bunch of episodic episodes. You start to wonder, hey, wait a minute, what about this and this? But if Tsugumi's this age, what? Now, next part, Yuzuki. As a character, we can't stand the person. I always found her very dull and not interesting. It was just kind of, oh, she's dead. Oh, whatever. She never interested me as a character. I was just like, okay, so where's the dammer and the dammy? Please, just keep with episodic episodes. That's where your strength is. Hellgirl is that. Hellgirl as a show it has more strength when it is episodic. It doesn't have to have an overarching plot per se. Also, they added a fourth doll. I don't get that. That was weird. There is really not much I can say about Season 3 other than it was just bad, and I wish they went with a different direction, or stayed the same, or maybe instead took the whole season as, okay, we can have a season of completely character development of everyone. Heck, if they brought Tsugumi back for the reason of, yes, checking up on her after how many years after Hellgirl, fine, okay. But don't make her this mopey person. She is not this. She did have hope even with Hellgirl. Ugh.
Season 3 to me was probably my least favorite out of all 3 seasons of Hellgirl. The reasons for the damnations were childish. Now, granted, most of them were made by middle school children, but the few that were made by adults were rather... There was one episode in the beginning of the series where a girl really loved her dog and she accidentally and indirectly insulted her neighbor. And her neighbor got so fed up with it that she began to torture her and the dog, to the point where she almost killed the dog. What the hell, woman? You are 50. Also, we have Bella from Twilight, Izuki, and she is just one of the most plain characters of anime history, next to Yamawata, who is in the exact same series in the exact same season. And he caters to Kikuri's every will and command, to the point where it's like he's Kikuri's bitch.
Well, you both raise fine points, and like I said, I wasn't arguing that Season 3 is a freaking masterpiece, because it's not. The mistakes it makes are so glaring and so obvious that they really could have been corrected very easily. Obviously, you bring up the two elephants in the room here. The first being the fourth doll, Yamawaro. Yamawaro is what you get when your creative people depend on focus groups. The marketing geniuses went, well, they liked it when we introduced a little girl character. That means they'll love it when we introduce a little boy character. No. Fail. You miss the entire point. The introduction of Kikuri worked because she created new dynamics and new tensions within the relationship of Ai and her minions. Yamawaro creates nothing. He is just there. We don't like that. That's stupid. The other elephant from hell, elephant in the room, Yuzuki. I honestly completely understand people saying she's plain and vanilla. And looking back, I understand the reasons they made her that way. To try to make the plot twist of, oh my god, she's a ghost, be even more shocking. Because we would think, well, there's nothing remarkable about this girl at all. And suddenly it turns out, well, no, there's something very remarkable about her. She's dead. Now, admittedly, they went too far. They could have had they could have introduced some personality quirks, some edge to the character without ruining that surprise. So I think that was a wrong artistic choice, but I understand the reason for it. Plus, I would argue that actually the Yuzuki that comes through the first 13 episodes is different than the Yuzuki in the last half of the series, which is specifically because of one of my favorite episodes of all time. I'm going to say it again, 6 Coin Lanterns, episode 13. God, that episode rocks totally. I don't care what anybody says. That episode is beautiful to look at, has beautiful visuals, and a very complicated story. The sort of thing that we always say. Emily, you were talking about, well, all the people get damned for terrible reasons. It is a general theme of this season as a whole that humanity sucks. That's basically, if you look at Season 3, ever more so than Season 1 or Season 2, Hellgirl is a misanthropic little bitch. Everything in Season 3 is designed to make you think they're terrible people doing terrible things for stupid reasons. And world and life is just stupid. Wear your Celtic tattoos and your black lipstick, kids. Life is meaningless. Have a nice day.